equalize both their wins and losses. Only one of them could hopefully do that for this game, as the first bucket belongs to the Brigadiers. Let's see if LPU can answer back. Looks like they won't. On the other side, Lanceta getting it to go. 4 points in a row to start this game for EAC. And just above the Brigadiers is Smash Basketball, and number 1 in the standings is the Perpetual Junior Altas with a 3-1 record. The Smash Basketball Club having a 2-1 record, and the Mapua Red Robins having a 1-2 record as well. Same with the teams playing this game. Basket and one, Kelly Coronel. A hoop in the arm for the big guy. He has been that main man for EAC, as we'll take another look. Again, Kelly Coronel using that length, that heft to make a quick impact early in our game. Not to mention a potential 7-0 start for the Brigadiers. Three-point play is completed. As you're seeing in your screen, Coach Noy Catalan, assistant coach in the seniors division and head coach for the juniors division. As LPU now will try to push the pace, but looks like they will step on the brakes for this one. Not the best start for LPU. Let's see what they have in mind. Dagum. Could have been a big end one. Nevertheless, a chance to get their first point or 2 points at the line. So far, no field goals yet for the Junior Pirates, as that first free throw is good for Dagum. Seven to 1 now. As 2 minutes has gone by in our first period. LPU unable to make it 2 points. So it's now 7 to 1. Again, LPU still no field goal so far. EAC with a bunch. As Panerio goes to the left slot, finds Abrantes up top. He'll attack left, he'll lose it, and he'll turn the ball over. LPU still no basket so far in this game. Aliam has nowhere to go, but finds a teammate. Coronel will attack. Kelly Coronel, that's too strong. Lanceta getting it back and getting fouled. So a poor box out coming from the Junior Pirates. And Lanceta will have a chance to score from the line. Another look on that Lanceta hustle. First one is good for Lanceta, as the Brigadiers can increase their lead to 8 points if he makes a second free throw. Again, we are in our 19 and under division. This is our first game of the day out of 4 contests, as Lanceta will go 2 out of 2. LPU still struggling. Will this be the possession? They scored their first field goal of the game. Panerio using the dagger screen. But great defense coming from EAC. LPU struggling to find an open spot. Pelayo backing down Coronel. Pelayo using that right hand, but just couldn't finish. Lanceta now almost lost it, recovers, dishes it outside to Coronel for 3. Not that time for Kelly. Smart play from Lanceta, making the ball hit Cruz's left foot. 14 to shoot now for the Brigadiers, as there's an unsportsmanlike foul from Kelly Coronel. At least that was the first signal for our official. So our referees will take another look on what exactly happened. But again, the initial call was an unsportsmanlike foul on Kelly Coronel. I believe that was against Lamarcos Pelayo. As we'll take another look. Looks like the action was not captured by the camera, or at least that angle. So it was an off-ball altercation between Kelly Coronel and Lamarcos Pelayo. But nobody seems to be injured or hurt. As this time is being used by our teams to gather up and talk things out. Not the best of starts for the Junior Pirates. Again, still no field goal. And we're over 3 minutes in our first period. That has to be a bad sign if you're LPU. But if you're EAC, it's your chance to really steer away with a lead and be comfortable moving into the next quarters. Our officials still taking a look very thoroughly, perhaps, on what happened. Again, it's 9-1. Under 7 minutes remaining in Chapter 1. And by the way, we are here in the Met Park Sports Center, so make sure to check us out if you're just nearby. But then again, we do have the live streams of the games only in our Facebook and YouTube channel. Just search for the Ndsl Basketball Series. Make sure as well to share it to your friends. Our officials still looking at what exactly happened. Again, hopefully it's nothing serious for Kelly Coronel, as I'm sure they'll take that unsportsmanlike foul rather than anything worse. So an offensive foul is signaled by our officials. First called on Kelly Coronel. So EAC dodging a bullet right there. With a start like they have, you do not want to accumulate an early unsportsmanlike foul. So they'll take that offensive foul any time of the day. But if you're LPU, it's your chance, another chance actually, to score your first field goal. As Abrantes sends it inside to Cruz at the short corner. Cruz inside, sends it outside. Abrantes, still no good for the Junior Pirates. They are struggling. Domingo now. The Coronel, now Lanceta at the left slot. He attacks left, the bump. They wrestle for the ball. And our officials call a jump ball. The ball possession will go to the Junior Pirates, as they have yet another chance to finally score one. But EAC making life difficult for them. Pelayo getting called for an offensive foul after overextending his right arm. So again, LPU still haven't found their footing, at least so far in this game. Lanceta, Coronel up top. Here comes EAC, Eliam to Kelly Coronel at the corner. The spin, the step, try to drop it inside. But it was stolen by the Junior Pirates. Let's see what they have in mind at the break. Panerio to Pelayo up top. Inside fine to Cruz. Still no bucket for LPU. Domingo now, Kelly. This time it's Aliam. So another foul drawn here by EAC. as Bo and Nodalo will check in the game. Same goes with Ndsl for LPU. And at the line is Tristan Aliam for the Brigadiers. First one is no good. But again, they are leading by 8 points. And he still has one more freebie to go. One out of two for Tristan Aliam. And EAC hitting double digits in this period. As we're nearing the halfway mark of our first quarter, and LPU still has no field goal. But that'll change, courtesy of James Nodalo. The drought finally stops. Domingo, outside dish. Coronel goes right. The sidestep. Beautiful finish for Kelly. To make that a 9-point lead now for the Brigadiers. Cruz inside. He puts one up and no choice but to foul him. A weight mismatch underneath as we'll take another look on that Kelly Coronel sidestep finish. So Steven Cruz again. A typical weight mismatch with whoever he's matched up with inside. Hopefully he can make his free throws, as LPU needs those. First one is good for Steven Cruz. Second one on its way. Steven Cruz airballing that second attempt. So they're trailing by 8. So far only one field goal for LPU. And looks like they will exert effort on defense. Let's see if that'll work their way. Nzeta to Aliam. Coronel, the fake. Goes left, outside again. Bonus, the stop, sends it out. The drive. And that pass was unanticipated. So right now it's 12-4. LPU again with another chance to bounce back from their very poor start as Ndsl gets it out. Inside Mercado. Losing it to Coronel. At the break, here comes Kelly. Short of the attempt. Kelly gets it back. Outside to Aliam. Bonus to Lanceta for 3. Won't work. Rebound by Ndsl. James Nodalo looking for options. Up top, it's Ndsl. Will hand it off. LPU trying to figure out things on offense. But that time, Kelly Coronel nabbing a block. As a Bonus will attack. Bonus drops it in. Another bucket for the Brigadiers. As the LPU Junior Pirates have no choice but to call a timeout. They're trailing by double digits in our first period. Go back to the action here at the MetPark Sports Center. Again, it's 14-4. The Brigadiers with a double-digit lead in this first period as you have over 3 minutes remaining in this chapter. Again, not the best of starts for LPU. Not to mention EAC leveling it up on defense. Bo. Now LPU trying to set up their offense. Bo again to Nodalo. Bo goes right as they swing it around the arc. Nodalo again will try from deep. Not the best option for LPU. Ndsl getting denied. That was Makahipay who blocked that shot. Bonus to the right side. And a foul committed by James Nodalo of LPU. Tristan Aliam will go to the line once again. He went 1 out of 2 on his last trip. And a chance to extend this already big lead for his squad. First one is no good for Tristan Aliam. Zero out of 2 for Tristan Aliam during that trip. The Junior Pirates now. Nodalo will try once again from deep. Still won't hit. Bonus not wasting any time. What a pass to Castro. Another beautiful execution from the Brigadiers. Make it a 12-point lead now for Emilio Aguinaldo College. Bo stops. Ndsl outside. To the short corner, Mercado. Outside again, Fabian for 3. Way off. Aliam. Makahipay. Almost out of bounds. Retrieves it. But stolen here by Ndsl. James Nodalo. 2 versus 1. Ndsl outside again. Bo. Mercado will try from deep. Still won't hit. LPU in a drought. Makahipay inside. Stops. Gets swarmed on defense. Stolen by LPU. 2-on-2 situation. Nodalo sidestep. Tough shot. Makes it anyway. So all 2 field goals of LPU only made by this guy, James Nodalo. Certainly a problem for the Junior Pirates moving forward, as we have under a minute remaining in our opening chapter. Castro to Bonus. Aliam to the short corner, Makahipay. They swing it around the arc. Bonus asking for a pick. Bonus gets that to go off that one-footed jump shot. And the EAC Brigadiers maintaining this 12-point lead. Nodalo to Bo. The screen from Mercado. And this receives it outside. Hands it off to Nodalo from beyond the arc. Bo, the fake. Outside again. Fabian from deep. Unable to hit. Nodalo gets it back. And he was bothered by Bonus. But he got fouled. So a chance again for James Nodalo and friends to get points from the line. Again, they have been struggling in this first period. And so far, all 2 field goals of LPU belonging to James Nodalo. First one is good for James Nodalo, as he can cut this lead to just 10 points if he makes this second freebie. And he does. 2 out of 2 for James Nodalo. 7 seconds remaining. Down to 4. Nodalo, the heave. And that'll do it for our opening chapter. Score is 18-8. The EAC Brigadiers close this chapter with a 10-point lead. What a start for the young boys of Coach Noy Catalan, as we'll be back for more action. Back to the action here. And in a moment, our second quarter will start. Score is 18-8. The boys of Coach Noy Catalan leading by double digits. Again, what a start for them. And what a first quarter in general. But if you're LPU again, you have to be worried. All 2 field goals of your team has been scored only by James Nodalo. So certainly an area of concern for them. But nevertheless, we know they have a lot of capable scorers in that squad. I believe the most outstanding one is Lemarcos Pelayo. So hopefully we'll see some production from him. But for now, looks like EAC will open up this period with a first possession. Bonus. Nakahipay. Back to Bonus. Bow on him. The pick. Outside again. The stop. And the bucket. Cesar credited with those 2 points. Bow this time at the left side. Finds Fabian up top. Goes right side to Nodalo. Back to Fabian. He'll try for 3, but he was way contested. Great defense from James Castro. (20-8), 12-point difference. Bonus goes left. He'll drive, he'll stop, he'll send it out. Cesar. Way off for Cesar. So Cruz checks in for LPU. Again, a 12-point difference. As we have a minute passing by our chapter 2. Pelayo hands it off to Bo. Another send out. Cruz hands it off outside to Olanco. They'll lose it. EAC with great defense. But that pass was too much. That was intended for Makahipay. LPU now not wasting any time. Bo. Outside Pelayo. He'll go to work. The spin. No good on the shot though. Just short. And there's a double foul signaled by our referees. I believe that's between Olanco and Taganas.
Double foul from number 12, all the EAC Brigaders. Foul on number 12.
So EAC will retain possession as they have 21 to shoot. Castro triggers the inbound, finds bonus. The pick from Makahipay. Makahipay gets it. He'll lose it. And LPU now in transition. As Olanco will draw a foul as he was going full speed at the break. And Clint Bonus, no choice but to foul him.
Point foul on number 3. Clint Bonus has his first personal foul. There will be a review of his play. Both teams have lost some number of covered.
So our officials will take another look on what transpired during that fast break play. Again, Olanco receiving a big hit as Clint Bonus getting called for that foul. Again, it's 20-8 as almost 2 minutes has passed by in our second quarter. So our officials confirm it is a blocking foul. And indeed, it is Clint Bonus getting called.
2 free throws for GP Olanco.
So Olanco will have a chance to score from the line as the Junior Pirates badly need it. Again, so far only 2 field goals in this game. And not to mention they've been missing free throws. So again, not the best of starts for the Junior Pirates. Hopefully they can bounce back as Olanco will shoot his second free throw. He'll go 0 out of 2. EAC passing it around. The attack. Coronel way short. De La Cruz got it back, got fouled, and will shoot 2. What hustle showcase by the big guy. So Jacob De La Cruz is at the line now. Again, LPU having difficulties in almost all departments, whether it's scoring, free throw shooting, even the boxing out. They're having difficulties in that area. And De La Cruz makes the first one. The big guy showing some range from free throws. 2 out of 2 for him, and more importantly, quite a big lead now for the Brigadiers. Turno will attack, and finally a bucket after a long while for the Junior Pirates. Coronel, the fake. He will attack baseline. Outside. Tapped by LPU, so EAC will retain possession as they have 13 to shoot at the clock. Castro, mid-range jumper, that's money. 3 minutes passing by our chapter 2. Make it a 14-point lead for the Brigadiers. Omelio. There's some activity inside the paint. Another off-ball activity from our players.
3 on EAC Brigaders.
So 15 to shoot for LPU as they retain possession. Turno will trigger the inbound. Cruz outside. Omelio now inside, back outside. Pelayo gets it to go. Much needed 3 for LaMarcos Pelayo. So lead is trimmed down to 11 points. Hopefully LPU can make this consistent. As a bonus, will reject the screen from Coronel and will take matters into his own hands. Olanco wasn't looking, almost turned the ball over. So lead is back to 13 points. Meanwhile, Cruz will get that one to go off a beautiful dish coming from Harvey Turno. So LPU definitely having a better quarter. But EAC also going toe-to-toe. Coronel, no good in traffic. Castro draws the foul. And LPU has been struggling in boxing out the rebounders of EAC. So Pelayo will check out. Team captain Jericho Araneta will check in for LPU, as James Castro will be shooting 2 from the line. First one is good for Castro, as they're handling this 12-point advantage. 2 out of 2 for Castro. Lead is back to 13 for the Brigadiers, as we're nearing the halfway mark of our second period. Omelio now. Lost it. Stolen by Bonus. No transition inside. And no choice but for the Junior Pirates to call a timeout. Let's take another look. Again, Clint Bonus, eyes on the prize. Taking that one in. We'll be back for more action. We go back to the action. Again, only here at the Met Park Sports Center. So far, it's 30-15. EAC doubling the production of their opponents. And LPU again, certainly a better quarter, but that's still quite a big lead. And they will have to take care of that, hopefully, possibly before our halftime break. As Araneta now brings it down for the Junior Pirates. He picks it up. Abrantes outside. Drops it to Cruz. Cruz inside. Sends it out to Abrantes. The drive. Jericho getting denied. Kelly Coronel says no.
Is it 3 seconds? 3 seconds to shoot.
However, there's a turnover. Harvey Turno overpassing that one to Cruz. So the struggles of the Junior Pirates continue. Auditor. It's time to Castro. He goes right to the corner. Stolen by Abrantes. But that pass was too strong for Panerio. To the corner, Castro will try from deep. Not that time, Abrantes grabs the rebound. LPU pushing the pace. And Panerio drawing the foul in transition. That's called on Alex Cesar. Araneta hands it off. Panerio to Abrantes. Outside again, Panerio. Abrantes receives it. Wing 3. Off the back iron, Coronel with a rebound. Auditor stops, finds Kelly. But he gets called for a traveling violation. So make it 30-15 now. The score hasn't changed in a bit. Panerio. And he gets fouled.
It
It was called an auditor. So Kian Panerio will be shooting 2 at the line. Again, LPU needs those points. As so far, they have been struggling to score from the field. First one is good for Panerio. Second one on its way. 1 out of 2. And they won't get it back. Auditor steps on the brakes. Coronel will fire. Too strong for Kelly. Panerio swarmed by 2 defenders. Finds Abrantes in transition. Jericho sends it out. Contested 3, doesn't matter. Jericho Araneta hitting that one from deep. And lessening the damage of EAC. As it's only now an 11-point lead. Cesar to Sernias, back to Cesar. Sernias again. The pick from Lucero. And the Brigadiers not aware of the shot clock. So they're called for a violation. (32-19). LPU with a chance to trim this down into a single-digit disadvantage. So possession will stay with LPU. Active hands coming from Russell Cernias. Meanwhile, the fadeaway won't work for Araneta. EAC trying to find some offense. Coronel to the corner. Cernias outside to Auditor. The pick. The attempt from deep. No good. Possession goes back to the Junior Pirates. 32-19, 11-point difference. They swing it around, LPU. They find an open man. Inside, that's Jericho Araneta once again. So lead is down to 9 points for EAC. Cesar from the right spot to the left side. Auditor to the corner. Cernias drops it to Kelly. Coronel fades away. Too strong for Kelly Coronel. EAC getting called for a foul, as Kian Panerio will be shooting 2 from the line. Again, they need more of those. But definitely a better outing in this second period for the Junior Pirates, as we have over a minute remaining in our first half. First one is no good for Panerio. 1 out of 2 for Kian Panerio, and lead is down to 8 points. As EAC now will take their time and set up their offense. Bonus goes right. Inside. Lucero, no good. LPU now running. Turno, outside dish, Abrantes. Not that time. Bonus won't waste any time, brings it down. And no good at that acrobatic finish. Panerio now to the left corner. Turno from deep. Won't fall. The board by Bonus. Coronel now. Awkward shot, doesn't matter for Kelly. He'll make it anyway. As lead is back to double digits for EAC. Again, credits to Kelly Coronel. 10 to shoot. Cruz inside. And he'll draw a foul. So a chance again for LPU to make that lead into only single digits. Steven Cruz at the line again. And definitely a serviceable big for the Junior Pirates. But hopefully he can make his free throws. First one is good for Cruz. Lead is down to 9. 15 seconds remaining. Second one on its way for Steven Cruz. 2 out of 2 for the big man. Shot clock is off. EAC with 15 seconds to work with. Bonus. Stepping out of bounds. Spectacular defense coming from LPU. So they have 13 seconds to come up with something.
There's a charge to make one of the EAC Brigaders on the last out of bounds point.
So Coach Noy Catalan will use his coach's challenge. And our officials will take another look on that initial out of bounds call from Clint Bonus. Looks like he really wants that last shot before our halftime break. Let's take another look. I believe it was Castro who triggered the inbound. Bonus chasing that ball. So it's unsuccessful. Possession will stay with LPU. And they have the 13 seconds to themselves, hopefully, for one last shot. But expect EAC to level up their defense, as Panerio will trigger the inbound from the sideline. Turno gets it. Clock is down to 9 seconds. Abrantes has it. It's down to 5 seconds. Turno getting that one in. And a great play from the LPU Junior Pirates, finding Harvey Turno for an open 3. And more importantly, to cut this lead to just 5 points. Just before our halftime break, as we'll take another look at our move off the game. A while ago, that was a pass coming from Turno to Steven Cruz. Again, Turno made a 3-point shot just before the buzzer. And Steven Cruz, serviceable big for LPU. We'll be back for more. back to the action here, 27-32. EAC holding on to a 5-point lead. Again, LPU not the best of first quarters for them, but certainly found their rhythm entering the second period. And if you're EAC, again, you don't want LPU to continue that momentum. Nevertheless, EAC holding a 5-point lead, so let's see how they'll take care of that and possibly increase it even more come our third quarter. Couple of highlights from that first half. Again, EAC, a great start, but moving forward, they haven't found any offense outside Kelly Coronel. Couple of buckets coming from Clint Bonus and James Castro, but not enough to stop that LPU bounce back in that second period. And a lot of contributors coming from LPU, but defense has one of their anchors to come back into this game. So let's see if that shall be the case for them moving forward. And by the way, we're still here in the MedPark Sports Center. If you're nearby, make sure to check us out. We're here in the heart of Pasay City. But if you're not near, you can check out our Facebook and a YouTube channel for the live streams of the games. Just search for the Ndsl Basketball Series. It is only our first game of the day out of 4 matches. So make sure to stay tuned to those. And now to start our third period, LPU will have the first possession. So it looks like LPU stuck with their last 5-man lineup. So possession will stay with the Junior Pirates.
Double foul for number 25. Brigadiers of the Brigaders. He's second. Now number 3 on the LPG departments is second.
So far scoring the most for the Brigadiers is Kelly Coronel with 7 points. And on the other side, it's James Nodalo with 6 points. So Jericho Brandes now will shoot one more free throw. Missed his first one. 1 out of 2 for Abrantes. Still yet to make an impact in this game. Talking about Jericho Abrantes. Meanwhile, Domingo has nowhere to go. Taganas. Outside, it's Lanceta. He'll go left. The stop, the floater, won't work. Rebound by Jericho Abrantes. That was intended for Steven Cruz. He'll get it back. Turno, the crossover. Inside find. Highlight play completed. As that is Jericho Araneta completing the play. Beautiful dish from Turno. And don't look now, the lead is just at 2 points. Still in favor of the Brigadiers. Taganas. Makahipay. Not that time, they'll get it back. Inside. Basket and one. That is Cyril Makahipay with a hoop and a arm. A chance to make it a 3-point play. And just when LPU thought they were nearing EAC, Makahipay scoring 2 and a chance to make it 3. And more importantly, increasing that lead of EAC to a more comfortable one. 3-point play completed by Cyril Makahipay. Make it a 5-point lead for the Brigadiers. As Panerio now handles the ball for LPU. Turno drops it to Cruz. The bump. No foul call, but possession will stay with LPU. Turno now. Outside it's Panerio. To the corner, Abrantes. Try to pass it inside the Cruz. Stolen by Domingo. Domingo attacks. Inside Taganas. Steps back. Fades away. That's good for Prince Taganas. Make it a 7-point lead for the Brigadiers. Panerio way outside, goes left, the bump, stops. Try to put it in off the glass, won't work. EAC now in transition. Lanceta outside. The Brigadiers stepping on the brakes. Shot clock at 13. As a foul is drawn by Tristan Aliam. So no free throws for Tristan Aliam.
14 on the shot clock.
Nevertheless, a baseline inbound opportunity for Aliam and company. Aliam from the baseline. High pass to Makahipay, almost lost it. Shot clock at 10. Domingo, nowhere to go. Goes left to Makahipay. He drives. He's denied. And he gets called for a traveling violation. Superb defense from LPU that time. (37-30) now. EAC with a 7-point lead. Olanco drops it in. Pelayo backs down. Fades away. Not the best shot for LPU. As Domingo now, no look dish. Outside. EAC now searching for options. Domingo too strong. They'll get it back though, courtesy of Taganas. Lanceta. No good on the fadeaway, and here's Dagum. Getting swarmed by EAC defenders. Stolen by Domingo. Lanceta now stepping on the brakes. But he gets called for a traveling violation. So that's a turnover for the Brigadiers. Pelayo. Finds Peña. But that's an illegal pick called on Lamarcos Pelayo. Peña made a mid-range jumper. Could have been 2 points for LPU. As Kelly Coronel checks back in. Looking to do some damage. EAC swinging it around. Aliam using the pick, the spin, outside to Domingo. Shot clock down to 9 seconds. Coronel the fake, fades away. That's good from mid-range. EAC now with a 9-point lead. Great job by the boys of Coach Noy Catalan to regain momentum. As Mercado will hand it off. Dagum inside. Mercado getting denied by Coronel. Pelayo will hit from 3. Not that time. Rebound by Aliam. Pushes it to Makahipay. 2 more points for the Brigadiers. As they make it a double-digit lead for them. LPU no choice but to call a timeout. Let's take a look at a couple of highlights coming from the EAC Brigadiers. Again, great job for the boys of Coach Noy Catalan to regain momentum this third period, making it a double-digit lead once again for them, at least so far, as we're past the halfway mark of our third period. Make it an 11-point lead for the EAC Brigadiers. And talking about Kelly Coronel, what an impact he's had from both ends of the floor. A walking mismatch for big men and for guards as well. The Brigadiers now implementing a full court press. Abrantes goes to the right spot. Dagum this time. Inside a key jumper. No foul call. Cruz tried to save it. EAC trying to fight for it, but they won't get it. Meanwhile, no good on the scoop. Panerio was the one who tried that shot. So there's a foul on Aliam. That's another chance for LPU. Cruz is outside. Panerio looking for a teammate. Uses that Abrantes pick. He'll draw another foul. Tristan Aliam getting called for another foul. Dagum to Turno. The fake. Will try from deep. Gets it to go. A much needed 3-point shot from Harvey Turno to cut this to just an 8-point lead for EAC. But let's see what they have in mind. Makahipay from downtown. Way off. But Domingo was there. The lead is back to double digits, 10 points to be exact. Turno, one more try. Couldn't make it back to back. Makahipay now to Coronel. No choice but to foul for the Junior Pirates. As Kelly Coronel will go to the line for 2 freebies. Great game so far for the lanky forward / big of the Brigadiers, Kelly Coronel. But he'll miss that first freebie. Second one coming his way. 1 out of 2 for Coronel. And makes it an 11-point lead again for the Brigadiers. Panerio now. That was intended for Turno. Good thing the ball will stay with LPU, as they have 16 to shoot. Araneta to Panerio. The pick from Cruz. Another pick from Ndsl. Araneta now fires. Gets it to go once again. Harvey Turno made one from that same spot a while ago. So lead is back to 8 points for EAC. LPU really fighting this one out, but just couldn't reclaim the lead. Aliam. Oh, what a scoop lane from Tristan Aliam. So it's back to a 10-point lead thanks to that Tristan Aliam scoop shot.
Rocky Coley, that's his third personal foul. Falls under Brigadier number 2 for possessing hard contact.
So our officials taking one more look on what exactly happened. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But a while ago, Hawali of the EAC Brigadiers was holding on to his head. Again, a 10-point lead for the EAC Brigadiers. As you're still tuning in to the NDSL basketball series. So far, over 2 minutes remaining in our third chapter. And again, we are here live at the Met Park Sports Center in Pasay City. So if you happen to be nearby, you can check out our venue. But if you're not, you can check out our live stream from our Facebook and YouTube channel. Just search for the NDSL basketball series. And again, both of these squads handling a 1-2 win-loss record. Stay tuned for our next game. It's between the Smash Basketball Club and the Mapua Red Robins. That's in the 19 and under division still. As our officials took another look on what happened, and we'll finally have a final verdict.
His third personal foul.
So Hawali getting called for that unsportsmanlike foul, as Harvey Turno will shoot from the line. First one is good. Made a big time three-pointer a while ago. Let's take another look at what happened a while ago. So again, a couple of activity coming from Hawali and some junior Pirates in the paint. Nevertheless, the lead is down to 8 points once again for EAC. Not to mention LPU with a chance to trim it down even more. Panerio to Araneta, the fake, the handoff. Panerio changing gears, sends it out. Turno once again from deep, in and out on the shot, could have been big. Bonus taking his time. Coronel to the corner, outside again to Bonus, to the right side. Coronel at the right corner, attacks baseline. Basket and one. Kelly Coronel maintaining composure. And more importantly, putting his team up by double digits once again, as we'll take another look. Coronel using his length and speed to make something happen for the Brigadiers. So 3-point play is completed by Kelly Coronel. And just when LPU thought they were narrowing the gap, Kelly Coronel ruins the fun. And this now. Panerio once again at the right side, setting up a play. Staggered screen set up for him. Turno to the right side, Araneta. He'll attack left. Drops it inside, but there's no more time. Aliam grabbing that ball. Outside. Coronel will try a three. Gets it to go. Kelly Coronel making plays for the EAC Brigadiers. Make it a 14-point lead now for the boys of Coach Noy Catalan, as LPU couldn't answer back with their own. And now it's Bonus. Hands it off. Coronel attacks. Coronel puts one up. 5 straight points for Kelly Coronel. .16-point lead for the Brigadiers. LPU in a bad situation. And this up top, that was intended for Cruz. Miscommunication on their part, but LPU will retain possession.
Shot clock is at 7 seconds. 7 seconds to shoot. Before the goal replacing the last pass.
So 7 to shoot for the Junior Pirates. Again, EAC reclaiming momentum in this third period, burying LPU again with a big lead. Paneri almost lost it. Well, fire. Not the best shot for LPU. Clock is winding down. Shot clock is off. It's down to 15 seconds. Bonus handling it. It's down to 8 seconds. Bonus attacks. Bonus. Not that time. Last 1 second. Dagum unable to beat the buzzer. And that'll end our first 3 periods with a score of 54-38 in favor of the EAC Brigadiers, as they have a 16-point lead at the end of the third period. And we'll be back for more. Once again, this is the Ndsl Basketball Series. We go back to the action. 54-38. 16-point lead for the EAC Brigadiers. Entering our fourth period, as it has been a phenomenal third chapter for them. Let's see if they can continue momentum, or if can LPU answer back with their own run. Aliam, mid-range jumper. Not that time. They get it back though. And a foul downstairs. EAC will have 14 to shoot.
14 on the shot clock.
Coronel receives it. The fake against Cruz. Nowhere to go. He'll fade away. He'll make it. Kelly Coronel is unconscious. Lead is now at 18 points in favor of the EAC Brigadiers. Cruz inside, sends it outside. Turno. Way off for Harvey Turno. Bonus. To the right side, it's Coronel. Kelly with a fire from deep. Harvey Turno now for LPU. Panerio at the left spot. He'll attack. He'll send it out to Dagum. And they finally make a bucket after a long while. Is that a sign of good things to come for LPU? De La Cruz hands it off. Bonus using that Lucero pick inside to Lucero. Extra pass. De La Cruz hesitated on that shot.
3 seconds violation.
Too much passing on the side of EAC. So a couple of substitutions for Coach Noy Catalan as they're leading by 16. We're also seeing Lamarcus Pelayo and James Nodalo for LPU. Panerio to Nodalo. He'll attack baseline. Will send it out to the corner to Dagum. Rolls out of the rim. Bonus not wasting any time. Sends it to the short corner. Bonus at the right side of the arc. Will reject that pick from Lucero. Sends it out to Kelly. The fake, the drive. Coronel, basket and one. Kelly Coronel showing some muscle. It was so good, we have to see it twice. Again, Kelly Coronel with that beautiful sidestep finish. And a chance to make it a three-point play with this freebie. The Brigadiers now with a big 19 points. Talking about their lead against LPU so far. Not the best situation for LPU. Cruz inside. Backing down Coronel. Outside. Nodalo getting fouled on his way to the cup. So Cesar getting called for that one. James Nodalo now at the line. Again, made the first 3 field goals of LPU in this game. As first one for Nodalo is good. Two out of 2 for Nodalo. As the AC now. A couple of new faces on their side. Castro attacks. James Castro scoring 2. Panerio getting bothered by Castro. Great defense from James. Take another look on the James Castro drive to the cup. Switching from right to left hand. As the lead is back to 19 points for EAC. Nodalo receives it outside from Pelayo. Sends it out. Dagum to Nodalo. To the corner, Pelayo for a 3. Too strong. And a foul committed by EAC. But just downstairs. Outside Dagum. Off the back iron. An offensive foul against LPU. (61-42). Over 6 minutes remaining in our game. Cesar turning the ball over. Again, it's 61-42. Bo. Nudalo now at the right side of the arc. Inside the Cruz. The bump. The spin. Stephen Cruz getting called for a traveling violation. Castro now. Outside, it's Cesar. EAC swinging it around. Makahipay fades away. 2 more points for EAC. Courtesy of Cyril Makahipay, as we'll be back for more action after this short timeout. We go back to the action. Over 5 minutes remaining in our game. 19 big point lead for the EAC Brigadiers, as they're deploying a couple of new faces in their lineup, but still they continue to be very effective. Correction, it's a 21-point lead after all for the EAC Brigadiers so far. And LPU continuing to struggle as Pelayo will miss on that beyond the arc shot. EAC now. Makahipay traveling on that sequence. And there's a call against the Brigadiers. Again, a 21-point lead for EAC. So on this, checks in for Cruz for the Junior Pirates. Meanwhile, Dagum at the right side finds Pelayo at the corner. Now with the short corner. And Pelayo drawing a foul, so he'll be shooting 2 from the line. First one is good for Pelayo. Hopefully he can help his team bounce back as they're trailing by 20 points. So Pelayo goes 2 out of 2. But lead is still at 19 for the Brigadiers. Meanwhile, Ken Bo getting called for the foul. Stolen by Dagum. LPU now with a chance. Bo outside. Almost a steal. And Lancera completes it. Cesar getting fouled by Bo. So Cesar will go to the line. Quite a slow couple of sequences for both squads. EAC comfortable with that 19-point lead. First one is in for Alex Cesar. 1 out of 2 for Alex Cesar. Nevertheless, EAC now with a 20-point lead. Bo hands it off. Pelayo now trying to come up with something. He'll draw yet another foul.
Ball number 1, Brigadiers Kawasan is first. Substitution. Duty goes for the Brigaders, Ohio.
So Pelayo will once again go to the line for 2. Again, usually he's one of the main contributors of this squad, but for this game it hasn't been the best one for him. As he goes 1 out of 2. Difference is at 18 points. So Coach Noy Catalan deploying a new face once again in Bercasio for EAC. Same goes with Kabasag.
Substitution.
Auditor checks in for EAC as well. Nodalo against Castro. To the right side, it's Olango. Outside again, Nodalo from deep. Short rebound by Bo. Unable to put it back in, but LPU gets a hold of it once again. Shot clock is down to 6 seconds. Olango to Pelayo. Fadeaway 3. Still won't hit. They get it back. Pelayo the reverse, and he'll get fouled.
Ball number 6, Red Kumai, his third personal foul. Substitution. Duty goes for the Brigaders, Ohio.
So Lamarcos Pelayo again at the line. Have struggled to find his rhythm in this game. As right now they're trailing by 19 points after that free throw, his first free throw. So one more coming his way. Again, stay tuned for our next game, still in the 19 and under division. It's the Mapua Red Robins going up against Smash Basketball Club. As Kabasag will get an end one in transition, a chance to make it a 3-point play. Let's take another look. Kabasag controlling the ball mid-air using the glass. And having a little bit of friendly bounce as well. LPU won't waste any time as Turno scores 2 and the break. Bricasio stolen, at least almost stolen, as last touch is called an LPU. Possession stays with EAC. Again, both teams holding a 1-2 record, but assuming EAC will win this one, LPU will slide down to the last place in the standings with a 1-3 record. And Olanco on the other side scoring 2 points. Looks like LPU will try to push it one last time, but we're now in the last 2 minutes of this game. And as for the Brigadiers, they're going to stay where they are. And the third place in the standings, assuming they'll win this one, as they'll get a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. And for our next game, again, the Red Robins, holding a record of 1-2, will go up against Smash Basketball Club, who has a record of 2-1. And on top of the standings is the Junior Altas of the University of Perpetual Help with a 3-1 record. So lead is now at 15 for EAC, as we have under 2 minutes remaining in this game. As long as EAC plays this wisely, they're going home with the W. Zero out of 2 for Kabasag. LPU now. So trying to come up with something as they'll draw the foul. Kian Panerio at the line. And LPU really just, to simply put it, struggled in this game. They had some moments in that second period, bouncing back, cutting the lead to just 5 points at the halftime. But then again, EAC showing their own version of a bounce back in that third chapter. And right now they're leading by double digits. Almost the whole game they've been leading by double digits. As we have 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in this fourth period. It looks like Coach Noy Catalan wants a challenge. Marcos Pelayo credited with that 2 points after a basket interference is called against EAC. At that time, they'll get it back. And Olanco drawing yet another foul and will shoot 2 more free throws for the Junior Pirates. First one is good for Olango. Second one on its way. And he'll go 1 out of 2. But there's a violation on the side of LPU. Or rather EAC. So Olango will get 1 more chance. If he makes this, lead us down to 10 points. And he does make it, so it's down to 10 points. Talking about this EAC lead. However, Castillo will retrieve back those 2 points lost. Pelayo attacks. Pelayo scoring 2 as well on his end. As the difference is at 10. 50 seconds remaining. Castillo tried that no-look pass, but ends up turning the ball over. Castillo retrieves it. Auditor.
Basket is good for Kent Auditor.
Kent Auditor getting that and 1. As time runs down. Let's take another look. Again, Auditor waited for that contact. Great play in his mind. So bonus freebie coming up for Kent Auditor. Timeout called right here by the LPU Junior Pirates as they're down by a bunch. We'll be back for more. We go back to the action, 72-59. Again, EAC pretty much has this one in the bag. They just have to play it twice. And again, with this potential W, EAC will stay where they are at the standings with a 2-2 record. And LPU will fall to the last place in our 19 and under division standings with this potential loss, as they'll hold a record of 1-3. Nevertheless, a couple of bright spots for LPU, namely James Nodalo. We also saw the likes of Harvey Turno produce and Lamarcus Pelayo. So hopefully, moving forward, we'll see more from the Junior Pirates. As Panerio short on that attempt. They'll get it back. Panerio, not that time. Dagum, way short. Dagum once again, off the back iron, rebound by Makahipay. It looks like that'll do it. EAC will just dribble this one off. And there you have it, our final score, 72-59. EAC. Another day in the office for the Brigadiers, as they'll go home with a big-time dominating W against the LPU Junior Pirates. As we'll take a look at our move of the game, that James Castro drive to the iron, switching hands from right to left and contributing big time for this win for his squad. Again, that is our final score, 72-59. EAC going home with a W, as our player of the game is no other than this guy, the lanky forward, Kelly Coronel, with a big-time double-double, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 1 steal, and 3 denials, showcasing his contributions both on offense and defense. That is our player of the game. Again, Kelly Coronel holding our official ball of the Ndsl basketball series. Spalding always building. And that's a wrap for our first game. This has been Cholo Pangilinan, and we'll be back for our second game. And this is the Ndsl basketball series.